Everyone, this is the Kubeflow community call for the 27th of January 2026. We're a CNCF project, so that means we follow the CNCF Code of Conduct. Be nice to each other and other things if you want to be very precise. As always, we like to suggest, tell people how to join this meeting if you don't know, if you're watching a recording or something. So there is and other meetings, there is a website page that has a link to all of the YouTube playlists, but also the calendar, which is part of this LFX Zoom thing. So if you go there, you can find all of the meetings. You don't see all of them on one page. You see them on so you can see the ones that happen in the week that you're currently looking at. You can also see a month view or others. The way you register is clicking on one. Say you wanted to register for this meeting that we're in, or maybe one that I'm not in, let's say this one. You click register, and then it'll come up with your email address, and you put that in there, and it sends you an invite, just like a normal calendar, and then you get updates if it changes and cancellations and things. There's also a video, I think, about how to do that. And we also have Slack servers. Please join those. There's lots of, we have one Slack server, but we have lots of Slack channels. So make sure you find the one that's related to the topic that you want to talk about. Got one for each component, pipelines, notebooks, photo registry, Spark operator, and the announcements channel. So join the ones, because if you're already in the CNCF Slack, you won't be automatically joined. So just make sure you do that. And as always, if people are new to this meeting, we like to give people a chance to just say hi. If anyone's new and wants to say hi, or ask for directions. If people feel free to unmute as well if they want to.
Yeah, hello everyone. I joined the meeting today for the first time.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello,
you.
this is also my first time.
Awesome. Welcome. In that vein,
Hello,
if you want
it's also now.
Oh, perfect. Sorry.
This is my first time.
Awesome. Welcome.
Hello, hi.
Hi. Hi as well.
It's not my first meeting, by the way.
Cool. So if people, since we've got lots of new people as well, if people want places to contribute, the best place to find things is to go to a specific components meeting. The overall community meeting also sometimes has things that people can do, but it's usually more generic and kind of overarching stuff. But there's calls for each of the major components. Working groups technically sometimes own two components, so it can be a bit confusing. But for example, notebooks. And so again, the way you find those meetings is in the calendar. You can also read the docs for the notes about those meetings, and also ask in the Slack channel. So if people need tasks or want to contribute, and the best way is usually to introduce yourself in a thread in the Slack, saying, or the meeting, saying, hey, I'm this kind of developer. I know how to do these things. It's always helpful on the notebook side, I know from experience there. Okay, anyone else want to say hi before we quickly move on to the topic someone asked about, the security things? Okay, awesome. Okay, so Murat, I know you had a question about security policies.
Yes, I have few. First of all, sorry and thank you so much. I have reached out to 3 people and I have ended up in here. My question is, I have seen that you have readmes and security MDs and everything in place. That's pretty nice. I don't have any questions regarding that. I only have one question. I have seen that you are also listed in hunter.dev or hunter.com, whatever you call it. This is a platform which is giving bounties for the open source projects for the security researchers. By the way, I'm not associated with the company or the website. I just saw that you are listed, and I saw that excuse me. I saw that the Kubeflow program is not really active on the platform. I mean, not too many reports that you got. So I would like to have reported something, but when I check it out, it's like, how to say, kinda bump stuff. The first thing that I want to ask is, do you somehow have a connection with the platform? This is the first question. because when I have disclosed the bug via that platform, they have notified me that is a sentence. They told me we have notified the Kubeflow maintainers about this report in their weekly follow-up. So you should somehow be connected to them, right? This is the first question. The second, yes, please.
So my understanding there is that they have reported things to us previously. Obviously, if you have a report, it's usually easier to just report directly to the maintainers of
Okay.
it. Of course, that project is independent, and I don't know where they're getting their money for bounties and stuff. So that if that's part of it, but yeah.
The question is not about the money. The question is, are you associated with them or not? If not, since this is a volunteer project, I would like to disclose directly to the project, of course. So no problem. I just want to ask because if it's connected, I mean, it's easier to have both benefits, let's say so. But if it's not really connected with you guys, I would like to disclose some vulnerabilities that I found in Pipelines project. So
follow this. So there's a security README thing in the Pipelines.
Yes. I just want to be clear in my side. Since your answer is no, you are not associated.
Not strongly affiliated, if anything. They
sorry, may I ask a quick question? First of all, thanks, Morat, for sharing this and joining this call. So, Mario, when you say not strongly, what exactly do you mean? Because we haven't really talked about this, about this before. I didn't know anything about our relationship with this website.
So I'm not saying there's no formal relationship is what I mean. So I know that they've repeatedly reported stuff to us though.
But how do you know? Because from maybe others know more, but from the steering committee and from the security perspective, we didn't talk about this at any time.
The only reason they got involved was because they kept reporting stuff, I guess. Right? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't understand the context of what they're doing, but that's something we should talk about. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's something we should kind of agree on. I mean, it's great that these guys can help us to detect the vulnerabilities. I'm happy to support them. Just want to understand what is the process there.
Cool. I know that they somehow pay bounties and stuff, but we should reach out to them and talk to them and figure out what's going
on. So who can reach out? So, did you get in contact with them before, or
They have a Discord server, but we should talk about this separately. But yeah.
Okay.
We can find a way to reach out. It's fine.
I mean, I would love if folks are really interested in security and if you, Murat, or other folks really want to drive this. We do have security working group as of today. So we do have this security.md file where we explain how people should report vulnerabilities to the KSC private email. But eventually, I think Julius and others really would love to, formalize the official security working group. But we need to have people who can dedicate their time and effort, to establish these processes.
Okay.
So this is something, we can also talk about.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So next, you had one more question. We don't want to go too long, but all right.
No, I don't have any question. And also, I just want to mention one more stuff. Thank you, Andre, by the way. And I saw that probably this is one of your. I saw her Discord. I don't know, but her nickname is AK Grenner or something like this, and she also mentioned some stuff in Hunter.dev that this is why when I chase the all stuff, I saw that maybe you have organic connections. That's why I ask and raise the question. So yeah, that's only my question, and I believe that if it will be run by somebody else's, maybe that group, it will be easier for you, and also it can be more attractive for the security guys who wants to chase for open source and also doing bounties, because a lot of people doing bounties but not for open sourcing. It can be nice attraction point for the people too. So That's
Yep.
just I want to ask if you have connected. But okay, I'll be reporting by
I
following this.
think,
Yes, please.
yeah. I guess like you're talking about Amber. Yeah, I think Amber was involved. I mean, she's still involved with the project, and she was also driving the security work streams, how to officially formalize the working group, and have like the regular sync ups, and also like ask for professionals to help us with the CVs. I think we just never reach a consensus because this work stream, I think, we haven't completed it yet. Um, yeah, I mean, again, like from my perspective, I don't know what others think, but we need to have a dedicated group who can help us with establishing the guidelines, even outside of graduation, right? Because like we started the security.md because to move forward with graduation, but it's not reliable because like we don't have a dedicated people who can spend their time, to secure the project. So from my perspective, I think this is important. Like I don't know what others, think on this and how we can move forward.
I think the core thing that's clearly happened here is there's some confusion. So we should try and get rid of that confusion, right? About who's like, because imagine if they were a malicious group. I don't know if they are, right? Like, it'd be quite bad if they were paying people for vulnerabilities into our project.
It is fully transparent. I'm sending with your request. I send link. You can remove them if it's not
Okay.
allowed to send in links. But if you can check out, they're also their sponsor is Hugging Face, so I don't think it's a problematic. But yeah, I just want to mention and raise my questions. Thank you so much, and I also joined the Slack, and I'll be contributing starting today for at least for security. Yeah, and yeah, thanks for maintaining.
Andy? Oh, you muted. You're muted, Andy.
Might not hear us. Yeah.
He might not hear us. He's talking into the void. Okay, we'll give him a second. So yeah, thanks for that. Definitely let's collaborate on this. Yeah.
I think just I think I also want to say like, so Murat, if you know about any vulnerabilities for the KFP, I think just send us, like use the security.md file and send this to this email that provided, and we will redirect to the KFP maintainers, if you really want to help there.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
But you don't have any restrictions, right? Every project under that Kubeflow listed in GitHub is okay to disclose anything.
Yeah, so like usually, yeah, we do have a process, right? Defining the security.md for every project we're going to graduate. I think KFP also has it, right?
Yeah, this is the security one for that. Like,
Okay. Thank you so much.
Plans. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
we still can't hear you, Andy, if you're talking.
Oh,
For some reason.
Andy. Yeah. Okay. We probably need to move on. If you want, you can type it in the chat, Andy. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to GSOC because I think it's something that we need to do before next week. So, is someone here who can talk to this? If not, that's a bit worrying. Okay. Ramesh, not here. Are you? Maybe. Yes. Oh, Andy, I'll just read out Andy's comment, which is, yeah, it is interesting. Some core Linux projects have started changing their policies around security disclosures because they keep getting spam. But okay, so GSOC, we do need to finish this. So did this end up getting merged, this proposal template? Yes, it did. Okay. So has everyone who's going to submit a proposal submitted one? And Andre or anyone else who knows?
Yeah, I think we have 3 proposals as of now. I think we're also going to have 1 more, or maybe 2 more, depends on the mentors. I guess like the deadline is February 2nd, right?
Yes, I think so. So we definitely need to have done these today or in the next few days so that we can finalize the proposal to be a part of GSOC. I guess looks like there's. So I think we were grouping them by component. So is this one? Is this like, for example, SDK? So I guess we need to make sure that there's people from the maintainers of each of these components assigned to review if they're not already.
I think they're already assigned, from my understanding,
Yeah,
all
for
these 4
that,
projects.
for that one it's assigned. My question is it like need to be merged before 3rd of Feb for it to be like for submitting to the
We could keep adding more if that's what you're asking, but we do want to try and follow the process of having. Well, it makes us more likely to get accepted if we have projects in there.
Okay, right. Then I think we have to get it merged at least some of them because I think there are three which are pending.
Yeah, let me just find this one. Yeah, so it looks like
This is
it looks like only the template's been merged. Yeah, so we need definitely to merge some in here. And the goal, I think the last time we said that we want the maintainers of the component that's affected to just say yes, it's okay, obviously, because they need to support it, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
So do we have a list of all the ones that are currently in flight? Looks like there's 3 here. Is there anyone else planning to who hasn't raised a pull request yet to propose a project? I should probably
In one more, Andrew, like for dynamic LLM trainer, I'm just like in conversation with the folks. Probably one more I'll raise.
Okay, do we want to ping every single person? Oh, yeah, someone's got their hand up. Anya?
Just a quick question on the MCP one. So just an hour ago, someone posted a message under the issue that he's been already working on this issue. So how do we proceed with that? Do we still keep it as the GSOC project and we'll wait for someone else, or do we just close it and wait?
When you say has been working on, is this like a maintainer that was already working on it? Sorry?
No, that's not the maintainer. That's a contributor. If you go to the direct issue under Kubeflow SDK.
Oh, I see. This one.
Yeah, someone posted that he's been already working on that. So, do we?
Yeah, I
just
think
close-
Abhishek, yeah, sorry for interrupting. Yeah, he reached out to me. Yes, I know like he already has some prototype for MCP server for Kubeflow, SDK or overall Kubeflow tools. I guess like, we can talk about it on Wednesday tomorrow. My impression that we can combine this work with our Abhishek initial support, and then allocate some part to to student, and some part will be still supported by us, like as maintainers, because I guess like it's a big project. There are much of tools we can develop, and also like, we can think about how we deploy those servers, how we build the guardrails, what about notification, like a lot of other things. But we can talk tomorrow, like whether we want to skip it or give additional scope to student. Like for example, like we also planning to work on the new optimization job CRD, which will replace Caddy project, which probably will be too broad for students, and we only want to give the part of the work to students, so they can finish in a relatively small time frame the work. So it doesn't mean like something if it has a big scope, everything needs to be done by student, right? So we can help them and work together. Just like an idea here.
You can also, if you just, it is allowed to put very generic project ideas as long as you have mentors who are willing to mentor a specific area. So is there a bunch of mentors who are willing to mentor this, or some would have been willing to mentor this, maybe?
Yeah, I think there are 2 people, me and one more person is there.
Because like, as long as you're endorsed by the maintainers of the project, like I don't see any reason why you couldn't put kind of very generic area ideas. But you're going to get a lot of spam in the proposals. But because it is good that we're part of GSOC, so we need to put up some stuff. And just side concept there. So do we have any other things? So I guess you guys need to vote on that or decide on that on Wednesday for that specific one, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. We can talk about that tomorrow.
And other person with their hand up, yes? Yelson?
Sorry, I just had a question.
Yes.
Not that I had anything. Do you guys participate in Linux Foundation mentorship?
I don't. Someone else can correct me, but I don't think it's like an official thing if we do. Individuals might.
Maybe I asked it wrong. I meant to ask, like, is Kubeflow, does it participate in that program?
Andre, are you aware of us doing that?
So the mentorship for what? Can you clarify? Maybe give any links?
Sure. I can try to pull up those links. It's called the Linux Foundation Mentorship, LFX.
Oh yeah,
Let me try
LFX
to find
mentorship,
some.
right? I see, I see. Yeah, I think like it's I'm not sure if if we are participating from an organization standpoint, maybe there are some other folks who try to build something with Kubeflow. But this is not something I guess like the outreach team is driving.
Okay,
Cool.
that makes
Is
sense.
there a
Thanks.
reason for asking? Or?
Yeltsin, I think we do have one project, right? Headlamp one, I think. You can check it there. It's official, I think. This term it is accepting contributors. For
Oh yeah, they
Headlamp,
came to our meeting last time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Their PR got merged as well, so it is live. Although it's obviously not from Qflow, from Headlamp side.
Okay, this is Headlamp.
Yeah, they want a Qflow plugin. So apparently they reached out to us, wanted to know if any one of us want to mentor. I think that got accepted, and I think Tariq is also one of mentor from Qflow side, and there are a few folks from Microsoft as well.
Yeah,
Akash,
I do see the Headlamp internship for Kubeflow. It is open for applications. Thanks for letting me know. I'll try giving that a shot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Akash. Like, I think that so the headlamp proposal is part of LFX mentorship, not part of GSOC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah.
That's not part of GSOC. That's part of what do you say, LFX. And
LFX
I think
mentorship, right?
I think yesterday Tariq they wanted a mentor from Qflow side, so Tariq volunteered for that. So yeah, he's mentor. He's mentoring at least from Qflow, and there are a few folks from Microsoft.
Oh, cool. Anyway, so I mean, Kubeflow is a big project. It's good to see things. So I guess that's the case as well. I know some other people had their hand up. I want to keep us moving along. So, anyone else want to talk about GSOC stuff? So we need to make sure we get these projects listed. So like, there are like 3. If someone wants to link those PRs. Whoa. Okay, cool. There's like should be 3 of these here. Okay. We need, so is there any other things we need, because this is the last week we have to talk about it. So is there anyone else who's got a project they want to add or is willing to mentor and is able to mentor, like they're a maintainer or they're involved and hasn't? Is there anything stopping you for some reason, anyone? If not, let's really try and get these merged. Andre, anything else you want to add here?
No, like I guess like we just have one more week for others to propose topics. I think maybe we might have more students than mentors, right?
Well, always.
So I don't know really how we can solve it right now. I mean, like if I wish, I mean, if I think this is the great opportunity for you to learn about Qflow, right, and about the tools we're building. And if anyone like really wants to help and start contributing, just maybe become a mentor, right? I think we have a good examples previously that's people who don't really, who just started with contribution, they start with the mentoring process. So if you want to propose something and if you want to help community and understand better ML and Kubernetes ecosystem, just try to be a mentor, right? And propose a topic to maintainers and just move forward to the student. I think it's a great opportunity.
I think to qualify what Andre is saying, I think is we do need to list projects on here, but the main thing we're doing is listing mentors. So if you are a newer contributor but you do need to pair with someone who is not a maintainer necessarily, but someone who has contributed before. It's very difficult to be a mentor without that. You do agree, Andre?
I think no. I mean, I think what I want to say, even if you don't a maintainer, you can be a mentor. Like this is what I want to say. If you're not listed in the owners files,
oh yeah,
you can
of course.
be a mentor.
But I think it would make sense that each project has at least one person on it who is a contributor. It's very difficult as a mentor side. I mean,
I would disagree, Matthew. Like, I don't think it's difficult. I think it really depends on the mentor. I mean, if mentor works good with the other maintainers and, like contributors, they should be fine. Like, again, like we don't have any rules that you must be listed in the owner's file. So you must be, Kubeflow member, member of the org to be a mentor, right? We did have this before, right? And we didn't get any problems with such use cases.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I still would like someone involved in the project to agree that your project should happen, at least. That's probably.
Yeah, and I mean, it should go through proposal process. I mean, you should join the community calls, right? You should agree on what you're actually proposing with the working group leads and the project leads, right? But this is something you can do without being a Kubeflow member, right?
Yeah. I think that would be very hard if you weren't already a member. But yeah, I mean, that's something for each project to decide. If the project
I don't
maintainers
think
are
it's
okay with
hard.
it,
I mean, from my perspective, it is not hard. It's just, like you just need to spend your time and you just need to join calls, and this is not a problem, right? To start contributing without being a member. We have a lot of examples when people are proposing caps without being a Kubeflow members, for example, right?
but that's different to mentoring on behalf of it. Anyway, the point is, if a particular project is okay with it, then that's fine. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anya?
Yeah. Do you know when does it start and how long does it take?
Which part?
The GSOC itself. The
Yeah, I
process
think
of
we've put the dates in this pull request.
Sorry,
So the answer is that you have until next week to propose example projects, and then we can keep adding more on the website, to be clear, up until the applications open on March 16th. But we need to have some on the website before next week so that we can actually get accepted as a project.
Sorry, I meant the process of mentoring when students.
Oh, that happens from this period here around May till September.
June. Yeah, I see. So like 4 months. Thanks.
You need to meet with the project usually at least once a week, usually the case. And then there's some evaluations you need to do in the middle of it. So you usually make sure that you'll also have to interview the people. So they submit a lot of proposals, then you interview them, and then you don't have to work with anyone if no one submits a proposal that was good enough. But I would encourage people to do it if they want to mentor. It is, you might get a new maintainer, or you might also just develop your own skills. Anyone else got anything? We should probably move on. If not, there's one person with their hand up. Ushani.
Yeah, hello. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention one thing that Akash mentioned about Kubeflow Dynamic LLM Trainer Framework, which is the issuing trainer repo. It is like a proposal in which I also proposed a solution, and it is like a big project. So maybe we can, if someone is interested in mentoring, then we can have that in GSOC. I guess Akash was saying.
And Kushi, yeah, I saw your message. We can discuss it tomorrow, like for the trainer in this part.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
let's. Thanks for this. I think let's talk about it on Wednesday tomorrow at 8 a.m. if you're available. And let's see if we can find mentors for this project. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
If it's your proposal, maybe you want to help mentor it. I mean, I'm not suggesting you have to. I'm just saying. Or it doesn't have to be a GSOC project. Again, the community can make proposals and do them on their own as well. Yeah. Some projects are too complex for one student, obviously.
I would like to contribute actually, if it comes
perfect.
to this. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You guys should talk about that. Anyone else before we move on? This is our last day to talk about it for next week. I think the third, what day is the third? Is the third a Tuesday? Or is it? Yeah, it is the Tuesday. So we need to have it before this meeting. Okay. Next week. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, is Tarek here still? I just always like to highlight this meeting for you guys.
Yes. Yes.
The outreach program meeting.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the first community call for the outreach committee this Friday. So feel free to add items that you would like to discuss with the committee in the notes here. So yeah, or if you have any question regarding how to get started contributing to Kubeflow and so on, you can also join the call.
So do you want to explain what the outreach committee does?
Yes, so we are responsible for the social media for Kubeflow, like the LinkedIn and X and YouTube. So this is one of the responsibility of the committee, and then they're also making sure that creating some like posts to promote the project to get more people to contribute to the project, raise awareness about Kubeflow, helping organizing the KubeCon and virtual events and so on.
Cool, awesome. So that meeting's on Friday, and you can register by going to this link here or going to the this one here. You can actually that might be the join link, but if you click need an invite, you'll be able to add it to your calendar. There you go. So encourage people to do that. Have you got? So I guess in that vein, KubeCon Europe.
Yes.
You want to talk about that?
Yes. Yeah. So there's a deadline for the sponsorship. So we try to post more and try to reach out to sponsors. So
have we
there
had
is
any
a deadline,
responses? Considering this is very soon.
Yes, there's one I think that reached out to Yash, and so we gonna follow up on that.
Is
There
there
are
anyone
already.
else who we might need to reach out to before then?
I mean, because for KubeCon specifically, this is also for the Kubernetes AI, so there is already some sponsors that is available. So we just I think there is the diamond, I guess, that's still not yet there, but yeah. So that's one thing that we try, but I need to follow up with Yash on that, because it's sent before the call today that there's some interest for sponsor.
So what's the just so that we can sell this?
Yeah.
What's the benefits of doing it?
Benefits. Yes. So if you click on the sponsor program here, this is the CNCF benefits in general for sponsors, and then there is a different level of sponsorship. So, like for example, if your organization would like to have the logo on the T-shirt for the event and so on, there is like a certain level of sponsorship that's needed there. If it's adding the logo in other like advertisements and so on, that's also there. And then the highest, I guess, that there is like a lot of benefits here. You can read more details about it here. And
We're
this
talking
is like
about
generic.
this one specifically, right? Like the co-located.
The co-located, yes.
Yes. Do you have to be a sponsor of CNCF itself to be in this? Probably, right?
No, I don't know.
Okay, that's fine either way. I'm sure.
But they can, like, if an organization is interested, they can reach out to CNCF email for sponsor at CNCF.
So by Monday next week, that's quite a turnaround if people are going to do it. But if you're on the fence and already doing it, we should probably strongly encourage for the AI Day co-located reach out.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
I think I just want to maybe quickly say, I think this is great for everyone like who really want to help. I think Tarek, Valentina, and others definitely need some support from you guys. So I think this is a great way to also understand what we do and how you can be more involved in the project. So we definitely need help in the KubeCons and also in the publishing and in LinkedIn posts, etc. So please join this Friday calls. Strongly encourage you to get involved in outreach, right? And we can grow the contributor base there. I think we have an exciting agenda. I think I already mentioned this last week. Like we've been listed in like our event is part of LF AI events, like as part of the Linux Foundation agenda for 2026, which is a great success. And this is our first event merging with Cloud Native AI Day, so more and more new people will understand the value of tools we're building. So looking forward for this KubeCon really for 2026.
Okay, cool. Also, if you're wanting to attend, you should buy your tickets now. You've only got a few days before tickets get way more expensive. So
Yes.
Yeah, and you can
And
also
there is
apply for
also
the. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Yes. Tarek?
I just want to quickly say, like, there is I think the scholarship is still open, right? Which
I
is
think
free.
so for the next few days. That is.
Oh, I think it was closed. Yeah.
Oh, there. Yeah. No, 15th of February. So if you don't have the money to go and you need help and you're a maintainer of one of the projects or are sponsored by a maintainer, please apply for this. And if you need help, reach out to the maintainers of a component of Kubeflow and they can help you apply. So it's in Amsterdam.
Yeah,
Am I right?
February 15th, right? So yeah, this is like another great opportunity to be, part of the community. You can, attend this event for free, which is like one of the biggest events in the world for open source, projects.
Yeah, don't let the money stop you if you're a maintainer. Cool. Okay, India, KubeCon India.
Yeah. So I think we submitted the form for project, like for the booth. I think that deadline is later in Feb. We have to submit a project presentation from Kubeflow side. That deadline is 3rd of March. Probably next week yes, and I think one more person, we are attending. We'll be submitting at that time. After next week, I'll be start working on that. We'll get it reviewed from Valentina, Tarek, and everyone. I think for that deadline is later. So yeah, these are 2 updates for KubeCon India.
Okay, any of the next steps that we need to do here?
From booth, for last KubeCon in Hyderabad, at least one experience I had, or like most of us had, like we did had a poster, we didn't have anything to present. So probably we'll make a like common template. At least if it is already there, we can reuse that to just show to you audiences and other people that this is Kubeflow, this all things, and then you are open to use, contribute, and all those things. Because last time I remember we didn't had anything to show. It was just all everything verbal. So probably this one thing we can improvise. Rest all is I think fine.
Okay. Cool. I guess keep us keep us in the loop, I guess, as we keep going for this. So I guess buy tickets if you want to buy tickets. They're probably cheaper right now as well for people as well.
Yeah.
Wherever it is. Okay, I don't see it. Can you buy tickets yet? Register.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can buy.
There you go. That's the one I want. There you go. Cool. Okay, awesome. Anything else you want to add, Akash? If not, okay. The virtual event, I think Tarek said there isn't any updates, but we're working on it. Is that correct, Tarek?
yes.
Cool. Okay. I think this is actually a maintainer PR, so let me just talk about this one at the end. But I think it's related to notebooks anyway. So yes, we should review that. We'll have a meeting on Thursday. Yeah, that's notebooks. Okay. So also the release update. I know that Tarek, sorry to keep going after you, but you're in this one as well, which was release updates handbook.
Yeah, exactly. So there are some a few comments from Julius and Andre that have been added. So I think maybe if
so what do we need to do to have we kind of finalized some stuff or not yet?
Yeah, I think for at least for the tags and the branches or the naming, like last community call, we were discussing like which format that we will use. So earlier it was like the 4 digits for the year, but then I think Andre, you mentioned that to be good to have that aligned, for example, to be with the canonical release for Ubuntu. So maybe if you and then I updated the pull request accordingly. And then there was also another thing for the branches and the tags that they also to be consistent. So instead of so that also been updated. There's some there's also another thing like the main thing for the release is that like going forward it will be mainly like 2 base releases per year. We would aim for before KubeCon EU and NA. So it's like in February or March, and then in October for the releases. And so that, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the main thing. And of course, like changing from the semantic versioning to the calendar versioning instead. We have merged some roles in the release team. More responsibilities for the liaisons, for documenting, and also trying to contribute to the working groups. So it's not only the communication. And clarified more about the product manager role as well. So that would be responsible for the external communication, like the slides or the and the video as well for the final release, and also writing the blog. So I think that's the main highlights for the updates. So if you have
bit, I still think this isn't quite sensible because this is for the platform, right? Like it's I think it's more like it's a little bit more weird than that, right? Where patch releases, what does it actually mean, right? For a patch release of the Kubeflow platform? Is it that each individual app can't do more than a minor release, or you know what I mean? What is it, right?
Yeah. So, like for example, when let's say that the working group has created the final release or release candidate for the upcoming version, and then when we integrated it in the rest of the components, so like the end-to-end testing pipelines that we have in the manifest repo, for example, didn't work, then we reach out to that working group to apply a fix, and then we sync the manifest again. So that's the like, for example, a bug fix for one particular component. That will be included in the bug fixes. There's also another thing that the common components that we use in the Kubeflow platform, like the Knative and the other HTU and so on. If there is a bug there, that also would be included in a bug fix for the reference platform release.
I kind of disagree with this point that Julius made here. I don't think patch releases should, like this one. And I will leave my comment. We can follow up async. I don't think patch releases should include any new features. I think it should only have bug fixes. But we can follow up async on here.
I think they should make no breaking changes. I think no breaking changes would be definitely a requirement.
But I mean, like, I like with the with the statement that Tarek already made with must not introduce new features.
I think it's a bit weird because the underlying components are the things that are actually incrementing. You know what I mean? Like that's the part where I think we
but I mean, which means like underlying components should not really have a minor version if we really follow Kubernetes best practices, right?
It's interesting, right? I think this is I don't know.
I just think for distribution it will be really hard to adopt a Kubeflow platform if we introduce new features for patch versions.
But security and patch and bug fixes need to be able to be in there, I guess. So what that means though is that each component will have to identify a minor version that they include in each major release. You know, each 26.03, 26.11, because then they'll need to support that until the next one. I guess that's one thing that's lacking here as well, which is when do we make a patch release? You know, what are the rules for making a patch release? Is that this? No. So we don't have a lot of time, but I think we still need to discuss this a little bit more. Do you agree, or it doesn't really? What's our next steps here?
Yeah, the thing is that I mean the thing that we need to finalize this a little bit soon, so because this is now blocking starting the next release.
Yeah, I agree. That is dangerous. I do. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we need to actually start doing that really soon. Andre, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we talked about it yesterday. We need to merge the first actually release the first RC in the mid of February. So on February 15th, around this time frame. So we have enough time to test this out before release this before KubeCon in March. So like, I guess the call to action for all the, components, project owners to finalize the release before mid-February or end February, right?
So is the release team Well, is the release team formed as well, by the way? Have we done that?
Yeah. I think
Yeah. Yeah, there are two working groups that we actually need to confirm the liaisons for, the Kubeflow pipelines and the notebooks. These are the...
So then you guys should definitely be doing things, assuming that we're going to do a release for KubeCon.
Yes.
Are we? So what actions do we need to do there? So let's come down to that right now before we run out of time. So, like, our goal is to release one before KubeCon EU, which is the date for that is the 24th and 23rd, right?
24th.
Yeah, 23rd. So we need to have had it before then. So working backwards from there, what are we doing? So these dates here.
I would say like I'll say like try to merge this the update for the release handbook as soon as possible, so that we can like asynchronous in Slack and so on to further discuss comments or in GitHub, so that we finalize that. Then I will create the pull request for forming the assembly of the team. I'll proceed without the I'll put the work group leads for the pipelines and the notebooks as liaisons for this working groups until we have liaisons. And then need to also reach out to distributors that will be part of the next release, and then update that in the next, or update that in the release pull request. So hopefully we can finalize this before the next release team meeting that would be in 2 weeks.
Because these numbers are way too long away, obviously, right? So we can't. This is going to be a compressed release cycle, regardless of what we do, if we're following these dates.
Yeah, most likely, yes.
So pretty much, they should form that release team as soon as possible. Then, like as long as we agree. That's definitely something we need to do today, almost, right? Like, let's get that there. Make sure that the release team meetings are happening. Are they? Or right now it's called a platform meeting, right?
They are merged together, yes. So and it's happening like on bi-weekly on Monday.
My request from the release team then is to identify a date you're going to cut RC0 or 1 or whatever the first number is.
Yes.
And let's do that. So.
Yes.
So it probably needs to be in the next week or two, as Andre was saying, for the cutting of that release candidate. Because we need to cut something for KubeCon EU. Which, yeah. Andre, any other comments here about this?
No, I think it should be fine. I guess like if you want to help with release team, please join the Monday call, right? To find the liaison for other components.
Because I definitely need to explain in the notebook situation what's going to happen there, because we're going to have an alpha version of 2.0 and the main version of 1.0 still.
Yeah, you might need to figure out it as soon as you can.
Yes, it's more of like it's going to not, my intention is that V2 is not enabled by default, but it is in the repo.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Okay, and so anything else we need to talk about here for releases? I know that there was some videos and slides, Valentino.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's for the 1.11 release. We are finalizing the videos, so I guess the slides are almost completed, but then each working group need to create the video. I think Matteo is coordinating that. So
yeah, just as a reminder, thank you, Tarek. Just as a reminder, for each working group, they need to provide the videos in the folder, as we made aware both in the bi-weekly release meetings and in these community meetings on a weekly basis. So for the working group liaisons, please also to remind this one to each and every working group. What we will go forward is that we are collecting the videos in that shared directory. And then I'm more than happy not to coordinate, but just to bring together the video in one unique video. And that I think is what we discussed. Thank you, Tarek. Back to you.
Yeah.
Was this covered in the release handbook for future releases? I mean, obviously these two releases happened very close to each other in a kind of confusing way, but is is this something we're intending to do for like if we're intending to do it for this, we also need to do it for this, right? So
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's covered also in the handbook. That would be the product manager to coordinate this efforts. Yes.
okay. And presumably timeline wise, this happens after the final release is cut.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. We've got a couple minutes. This person was asking about a notebooks PR. I can review this separately because it's just a notebooks thing. And this one, anything else? I really, really want to focus on getting this like process kicked off because we're not going to make it otherwise. Is there anything else though? Okay. So I guess my main request from the release team, whoever is doing it, is let's get a release candidate date and let's also get a final release date, so if we can agree, is it going to be the week before KubeCon or what is it going to be?
Yeah. Yes. So once the liaison also starts joining the work groups meeting, so that we need to collect the roadmap for each working group, and then check what would be the expected release date for each component or for each working group, and then we will define a date where we will do the manifest cut.
Okay. Identify the date for 2603. Well, how is it formatted? RC0? Is that or 1?
1.
Okay. Is it 0.1 or just dot? I guess.
No, just 1. Yeah. It's...
Okay, cool. So then, cool. And then identify the target date for final 2603. E.g., is it the week before KubeCon EU or before then? Okay, so that's the thing we need to find out. Otherwise, it's very hard to
Yes.
do anything. Anyone else got any comments? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just like for the notebooks and the Kubeflow pipelines, we need liaisons for these two working groups.
Oh, actually, this is form the official 2603 release team raise PR. And so need to identify so do we have the release manager at least?
Yeah, I'll be the release manager.
Okay, cool.
And we have most of the all the roles for the release team is formed, but the only thing that is missing is the notebooks liaison and the Kubeflow pipelines liaison.
Yeah, so we can probably add that after forming the team, but I think we can push. I know who we probably should send for notebooks, but we can I'll just confirm that they're okay with doing it.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay, anything else that's blocking us from getting this process kicked off? Obviously, it means we're going to be doing a compressed release timeline. There's no way that we're going to get 16 weeks because there's not 16 weeks before the KubeCon. So it obviously means that next week's time.
Yes, but I mean, for this pull request also, if we'll try to merge it as soon as possible and finalize the comments and so on. So I think that would be the restart point.
I think we need to form the release team before even then, but yes,
yeah, I mean the release team has already been formed, and so far even if we don't have the liaisons for these two working groups, then that we will reach out directly to the working group lead to get the updates and so on. I'll do that.
Yeah, because since this is really not going to be that applicable to this release anyway, because it's so compressed, the only things that really come out of this proposal change are the role changes that you talked about. I don't actually think it's in this one. Oh, it is, yeah, product manager, and the how we define releases and stuff. So I still want to understand the situations under which we do a patch. We don't have to have agreed on that beforehand because we're not doing a patch release. We're starting with a real release, but we should agree at least on, I think we've agreed on the naming. So we can still debate this for a while. That's what I'm saying. As long as we agree that the first version is point nothing, there's no points, then
yes.
we don't really need to be blocked on this, is what I'm trying to say. Do you
Yes.
agree, Andre? If not,
Yeah. So you mean like the RCs or what do you
yeah,
mean?
like since none of that's gonna, well, the RCs we do need to have agreed on, but
I think it's
also,
something that,
yeah.
I mean, what do you mean we need to agree on? I don't understand
What
this.
I'm saying is like we don't need to have block the release on this right now, is what I'm saying. Like the only parts that we need to are the names of things. So like
Like, okay, like who are we?
everyone, the whole community, because we need to get this, like we need to have everyone identify we're going to be releasing an RC on
Yeah,
this date.
yeah, but so you mean you're talking about this PR or talking about like agree on the
Yeah, the
date
PR
where you
doesn't
make
need to
RC?
block that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, but the PR is not about the dates, right? It's about the PR is just about the structure, right?
Yeah,
Like how
and
we
so
structure text and releases, right?
also there's a disagreement in this doc about if it's RC.1 or RC.
Yeah, but it's like minor. I don't think we should block, right? I mean,
No, that's
we
what I'm
can do
saying.
RC. Yeah.
But is
I think
whatever the
yeah.
answer is, we need to pick one. But this, when are we releasing that one? That's the thing. That's the most important question right now for the release.
So from my understanding, when it's the part of the Tarek to decide and the team of the release
Yes.
team to decide, right? I guess like Tarek, you should propose a date to the community to tell that date we're going to cut the RC and that date we're going to cut the official release. And like if you're not ready, you're not ready, right? I think this is what we agreed before. And if some of the projects are not ready, we just take the previous version from this project, right? So there is no really like a lot of commitment required from other working groups, right? Here. Does make
Yeah.
sense?
Mm.
Okay.
How soon can we get a date? That's my question, or at least a tentative date for the RC one.
Mm. Yeah, I'll
question.
try. Yeah, so I'll try to have that like by the next release team meeting. So that's in 2 weeks.
Can we propose like a date sooner than that? Because that 2 weeks might be the date. 2 weeks probably should be the date. Like,
I don't. So the thing that like we in the release handbook we said that like for the RC1 there will be like 3 weeks for testing and so on. So I don't think that it would be like that's quick. Like if we release, for example, in mid-February, that should be like I'll say matching even this handbook as well.
Yeah. Well, as soon as possible, let's propose a
yeah.
date so that everyone can align on what's actually going to be so like then the working groups can tell you what they're going to have by that date, you know.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought about it like it's differently that like to get the roadmaps from the working groups and then like timeline for each one, and then we pick the date based on that.
No,
But
you have to set the date as before KubeCon. The rule is that we have to release before KubeCon. So whatever the world state is, you need to pick the date. That's your job. And then if we can all disagree and talk about it, but like we can't start talking about it until we have a date. Like let's say we cut RC1 2 weeks from now. So like February 15th or something, you know? And then we aim to cut the final release at least 1 week before KubeCon EU, you know, like which would be like March 1st or something, right? So that's what I need from you to disperse that information as the release manager. So,
yes,
people can disagree with me as well, but it's just as a notebook, it's kind of hard otherwise to help you.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, I think we're probably gone a bit over. Anyone else got anything they want to add before we stop? Thanks for everyone for coming. Awesome. Thanks everyone.